start with, my dad had post-traumatic stress disorder. He was a Marine in the Pacific, and when I was a boy growing up, Dad never slept all night in the same bed with Mom. And I never asked, because that's something you don't ask your parents. But after my mother died, my sister said that Mom had told her why. And it was that Dad had episodes in bed where he'd have panic attacks, and he'd thrash around in bed, and it was quite dangerous. And so she wound up going to sleep in another bed. And so he lost some enjoyment in marriage that went on from about 1949 to 2014, about 65 years of some marital bliss that would have occurred because of that. And the first time I saw post-traumatic stress disorder, when I knew about it, was I was a company commander up in Mason City. And we lost one of our sergeants one day. He disappeared. And we hunted all over. We found him under the truck at the end, a truck at the end of the day. He crawled under to change the fuel, or change the oil, and he had a flashback, a post-traumatic stress disorder flashback. He had been a tunnel rat in Vietnam, and he hallucinated that there was a soldier in front of him in the tunnel, and he couldn't move. And I turned around and I asked one of my other sergeants, I said, have you ever seen anything like this? And he says, yeah, it happens to me all the time. And his story was he was driving out of a compound, a military compound, and a mortar round hit the gate guard and splattered him across the windshield. And he said he'd be driving down the road and his windshield would turn red on him. And he'd pull over, stop, it'd go away, and he'd drive on. It would happen a couple, 3 times a month. And then I started watching, I saw all the hurt. There was a unit that I had, my last command was in Springfield, Missouri, and it was a battalion-sized element. And they went over, they were the first movement control battalion in Afghanistan. And they had 19 people that were married in that unit. When they came back, 17 of them got a divorce. And I'll swear that it was post-traumatic stress disorder. It changes people. They react differently, they have bigger problems. And I just have too many people around me that have been hurt by post-traumatic stress disorder and wars, and I want to do something about it.
Okay, thank you. Turn a little bit to foreign policy, do you support President Obama's decision to send additional troops? Would you support a decision to send additional troops into Syria?
That's a tough question, and I'd have to say that right now the answer is no, because we are a lightning rod. There are things in the ISIS ideology that call for an Armageddon, basically in an area of Syria close to the border. In the Bible, it's I think it's Megiddo is a place where the Armageddon is to occur. Theirs is maybe 100 miles north. They have the same thing. And so when they do their terrorism acts in Europe and in America, it's to draw us in. That is the main purpose that they want to do it. They want to create this thing that will cause a worldwide uprising of Muslims against the rest of the Western world. And we can fall into their trap if we elect somebody like Donald Trump.
Actually, I was just going to ask about that, since I'm going to have one question I ask of everybody. Donald Trump.
Well, I guess if this is a word game, I'd say the first thing is a little bit crazy. And going on from there, I think it is dangerous to have somebody that that doesn't speak with dignity about other peoples. What is going on in the Latino communities is he has set the stage that the Latinos won't vote Republican probably for the next 50 years. I think we're up to about 95% on African Americans voting Democrat. I think that the Latino community, and I know there's some Latino leaders in here, and I don't want to second guess you,